and then we're going to go to Jed.
Hey, Coach, I know a couple of things we start with today, but I guess I'll just ask about the runner left on base. Obviously, some opportunities today, just couldn't get key hits.
Yeah, no question. You leave a lot of guys on base. I just got the report, so I'm looking at it right here. 11 left on base. That's a lot of ducks left out there that didn't score. And we had some chances, and we got first and second, nobody out in the fourth, and that you're thinking you've got Riley King up there, a fifth-year senior, and feel pretty good about letting them swing away, especially when they shortened up their defense and brought some guys in like we were going to bunt. So lots of holes out there. We felt like that was the right thing to do to swing away, and it didn't work out. But, we wanted to go for the knockout punch and have a big inning instead of giving them an out and moving things over for the back end of the order. So that's why we did that. But at the end of the day, you got to get hits with runners in scoring position. We didn't do it.
Ryan looked like he had kind of the grind through it a little bit tonight. Well, maybe wasn't really spotting his fastball maybe quite as well as he typically does, but he still pitched well enough for you to win this ball game.
Yeah, he deserved better. That's what I said out in right field, that, I feel bad for Ryan because he didn't have his A-plus stuff. And looked maybe a little fatigued. I memean, the velocity was still good, but that just shows you how good he is. When you're not at your best and you still can go through and give up 2 earned runs in an SEC game. I mean, he deserved better than that. And I thought he pitched really well, and I think that just shows you how good he is.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
Hey, Coach, I know you talked yesterday about Stoop and his changeup and, the need to stay through the middle on him. Obviously you got 11 hits, but you obviously didn't get the big ones. How do you feel you guys attacked, Stoop through those 8 innings today?
Yeah, not good enough. I mean, we had some chances, and like you said, we didn't get the hits when they really matter. We got some guys on base, and we put some pressure on them. But, the thing that makes that changeup so good is he's able to throw that fastball inside. And it's not an overpowering fastball, but it's good enough. It's 89, 90 miles an hour, and he throws it inside. So you can't really cheat for the changeup because he can get the fastball by you, and that's what good pitchers do. And I thought he had a really good night on the mound, and we did have a chance there in the fourth to do some damage, first and second, nobody out, and we just don't get it done. And that's when he kind of settled in. I think the momentum shifted back. We even score, we score 1 there. We find a way to score a run, then we get the momentum. But to not score it all right there gave them the momentum back in their dugout, and then he kind of settled in.
As a coach, I guess looking ahead to the rest of this weekend, is it hard to, balance the positives of getting 11 hits versus, not I guess doing enough with that many hits?
Well, the bottom line is we just got to turn the page, and it's disappointing to get beat on your home field and really just to get beat. I mean, we didn't lose; they beat us, and don't like getting beat on your home field. Don't like getting beat at all, but that's the message. This is our home field. We got to have a little bit more fight. And, credit to Kentucky. They played really well tonight. Stoop pitched really well. And but we got to find a way to come back and even the series tomorrow. If you win tomorrow, it's swing day. You've got momentum going into Sunday, and that's what we need to do with Jonathan Cannon on the mound.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, next we're going to go to Davis, and then we're going to go to Torrey.
Coach, last game you talked about the importance of leadoff hitters, and with Ben Anderson hitting 193, are you going to stick with him? Could we see McAllister move up now that he's back? What's your approach there? Yeah,
it's a possibility. No question about it. We need to get the leadoff guy on, and Benny had been, playing better and taking some better swings, and tonight he just wasn't seeing the ball very good. So that's all. All that stuff's up for a possibility, and we'll just have to figure that out.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned Webb a good bit. What does that Friday night position really mean for these guys, and what went into the decision of having him out there to start the series tonight?
Well, Friday night starter in the SEC is a pretty big deal, and Ryan's wanted to do that since he walked on campus as a freshman. I mean, it's just the mentality he has, and it's his. I mean, he is a legitimate Friday night starter in this league, and again, I think he showed it tonight. It wasn't his A-plus stuff. He had to battle and fight through that, and was really good, and was very encouraged with the way Ryan pitched and battled tonight.
And then you mentioned, just to clarify, him, like you just said, not being on his best game. Is that just still that injury he's been dealing with leading up to this?
Say that again. Someone's playing the bongos behind you.
I think it's them tamping the field.
Oh, I got you.
That you're hearing. But no, you're fine. He's still dealing with that injury he was off with at the beginning of the season?
You talking about Ryan Webb?
Mm-hmm.
No,
when you say he's not on his A game.
Oh no, he's perfect, 100% healthy. It's just maybe a little fatigued from last week. I mean, all the adrenaline, and he threw a lot of pitches last week, and 13 strikeouts. just maybe a little fatigued, but, bottom line is, you're not going to, very rarely do you have your A+ stuff as a pitcher. And the good ones find a way to be really good when they don't have their best stuff. And Ryan didn't have his best stuff, but he was really good. And that's the mark of a really good pitcher.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, we're gonna go to Matthew next, and then we're gonna wrap up with Ramin.
Yeah, hey Coach. I want to ask about when you're going to the bullpen in the 7th inning. Was that just the case tonight with Polk and Chris just not having consistency, struggling to find the zone a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, Michael came in there and I think he walked a guy and hit a guy, and then Chris came in and walked a guy, and those guys, they know their job. They come in there and take a lot of pride in it. It doesn't work out all the time, but Ryan was. The plan was going into that inning, he wasn't going to face Schultz for the 4th time. And, he was at 100 pitches and he was really grinding through it. So we felt like that was a good matchup. And it just didn't work out. But, those are guys that have been good for us all year long. So, we got to make sure that they're able to get back out there and continue to pitch for us.
Hey, Coach. Kentucky shifted the lefties pretty aggressively, especially early on in the game. Is that something you saw in the scouting report? And is there something you, obviously Garrett bunted twice against it, but was there another adjustment you guys tried to make?
Well, I mean, when you saw Garrett put the bunt down the 2nd time, the 3rd time they didn't shift on him, and then Garrett got a base hit through the shift. So that's how you beat the shift, and that's what Chaney's going to have to do. And he tried to do it, and he didn't get it done. But you put a bunt down for a hit on the third base side, they can't shift on you. And that's what we've told our left-handed hitters all year long. And as we work on bunting and we work on hitting the ball the other way every single day, you've got to be able to put that ball on the grass on that third base side if they're going to shift on you. And it helps for future games too. And now it gets on film and people know you're willing to bunt, so they have to stay over there. And Corey Collins too, at some point, if he would have been up there and they were shifting on him in that last at bat, that's the time when you do bunt, when a solo home run doesn't help you. You need a base runner. So, all those guys work on it every single day. I was glad to see Garrett do it. They won't shift on him tomorrow. So he's got more holes on the pull side for himself.
Thank you.
Okay, that's all for tonight, Coach. Thanks.